Before they even start, clouds loom over the climate negotiations in Baku. America's next president is promising to pull out of the process. Key EU leaders have cancelled attendance, dealing with the political crisis at home. For a negotiation already lagging well behind the pace of our changing climate, is it a fatal blow? Not so, says the man running it.
This year, we had more than 60 countries, elections in more than 60 countries. More than 4 billion people voted. There have been a lot of change, including within the European Union, within other countries. The political landscape has changed, but it has not affected the negotiation process.
If he's right, central to the talks is a deal on climate finance. And host country Azerbaijan is an example of why. Oil and gas beneath Baku and the Caspian Sea beyond make up 90% of its export revenue. The summit wants to see money from countries who've already grown rich by burning fossil fuels to pay for others to transition away from them. Like this. The Garadar solar farm, 15 miles south of Baku, is a vision of a clean energy future for even an oil-rich state like this. Azerbaijan is committed to increase its renewable generation by 30% by 2030. And by quadrupling solar electricity production by building far more big solar farms like this one. It's taking big steps in that direction, but it's also taking bigger steps the opposite way, with plans to increase its oil and gas production by 30% within a decade. So is Azerbaijan, like many other countries at these talks, really committed to a greener future? A cynic would point to Baku's cultural centre, built with $250 million of oil wealth, newly fitted out with electric car chargers. Hasty preparation to clean up the city's image ahead of the climate roadshow. Is Azerbaijan guilty of greenwashing?
If you would ask me that question 2 years ago, I would say greenwashing. But now there is an economical rationale behind it. Reducing local consumption, maintaining export capacity.
One of the reasons Azerbaijan is increasing its fossil fuel production is to meet the demands of Europe, desperate since the war in Ukraine for alternatives to Russian supplies. The same Europe pressuring the world at these talks to reduce emissions faster. The kind of contradiction that explains why progress is so slow and success so far from guaranteed.